Glossophobia comes from a Greek word, glossa meaning tongue, phobos meaning fear or dread. Speech anxiety. Most of us, including myself, experience it. What we want to make sure that it does is not take control over us in speaking events and just be able for us to control that nervousness. I know many of us are taking this online thinking that, okay, at least I don't have to get up in front of an audience. And very true. Although you will have audience members for your speeches at home or wherever you choose to do your presentation and record it. But we need to address this. Most of us will experience some type of anxiety. It's very natural. It's getting into a new situation, new people. What will they think of me? You know, will they judge me by the way I look or what I say? Or did I get it right? Did I do everything I was supposed to? You know, sometimes that negative self-talk. So we really need to take control of this right away. So if we look at this and we look at fear and we look at why we're nervous, you know, we're all in this situation together. You know, all of you are taking this course. You will all have the same expectations. You'll have the same guidelines. You'll receive the same information. So really, I will guide you through the process. And as long as you follow my guidelines, you will do well. And that fear, as long as you're prepared, should subside. So the guidelines I'll be giving, you follow the guidelines and write cohesively, you practice, and I will stress that again, and practice and practice. You know, maybe you even need to record and view yourself before you upload that final recording. You know, biggest thing is making sure that that fear does not take control of you to the point that you screw up and can't get back on track. So, and recognize that many times, especially in this type of situation, your audience members cannot see your fear. They cannot see your belly churning, or maybe even your hands sweating, or your feet sweating, or your knees wobbly. They can't see that. So that's really within you. So taking control of that right from the beginning by being prepared and being confident will take care of that fear from, like I said, from the beginning. So this positive nervousness, again, all of us are going to be a little bit nervous. You know, this is just that bit of anxiety, that little nervousness that sort of gets us pumped up. So again, we just don't want that to control us and overtake us. So one way to do that is just try to get it away from you. I know that it's important for you and it's your grade and me, and I had a late night last night and I had a lot of other work to do, and I get it. We have a lot going on. But if you do follow the guidelines, use the tools I give you, and keep in mind that, especially in this informative speech, which will be the second main speech, you will be teaching us something. The informative speech is you teaching us. So it could be about a person, a place, maybe a demonstration, a how-to. So that's going to be up to you. You'll learn about your audience over the next couple of weeks, which will also help subside that fear. And then you'll also learn how to relate to your audience. That will also help that fear. Another way is change that self-talk. If you have already defeated yourself verbally, before you even start that play button, that record button, you're done. It is not going to be good. So get yourself prepared, follow the guidelines, be a good student, and you will succeed in this class. Be prepared. And that is the key to all of these presentations. So it is not about you. You're, again, all in the same situation. Follow my guide. You'll be fine. Here are a few ways that you can overcome fear. And I'm going to give you these, and then I'm actually going to, in the upcoming video here, I'm going to actually give further examples on how to do a few of these. And then there's going to be some examples at the end that up to you if you want to further practice some of this. So the first thing to do is just really understand what's going on. When you get that, belly upset and maybe that anxiety a little bit starting in your heart and the heart racing and maybe you're starting to sweat a little bit and understand exactly what that is. That is fear. Take those deep breaths. Get yourself back on track. You've practiced, you've done your research, you know what you're doing. Second one is just face it head on. You know you have to do this. You signed up for this class. This was your choice. So you know the requirements coming in. You see the requirements and, take care of the situation. Just do it. So practice techniques that work. So that's what we're going to get into is different types of techniques. I have a few. Breathing absolutely is one of them. Yoga is another one for me. So movement meditation helps. And overall making sure that my health is overall good, especially with my sleep. So just making sure that you understand how to relieve the stress, how to relieve the fear in the moment. And again, we'll talk about a few techniques. One way is that physical release of tension. You have probably heard how exercise helps relieve stress. And yes, it absolutely does. Maybe you aren't a runner. Maybe you just need to do some walking. Maybe you want to try some yoga. Maybe some meditation, some Tai Chi. Find something free on TV, on YouTube. It's very easy at this point for you to be active and expend some energy, especially with what we do every day, which is sitting around a lot. So the power of visualization. And that's not just visualizing yourself creating this great speech and coming up and giving a great presentation. That is what I like to call your happy place. Going to a place in your head where you can go and almost instantly relax. So, and maybe it's based on some place that you really, really enjoy. Mine is the ocean or the mountains. I love being at peace with nature. So what we're going to learn is we're going to describe them. And I'm going to give you a few examples, personal examples, in the upcoming video, and you'll follow along. So you'll see and choose things that will help you personally. Everyone relieves stress and overcomes fear or that anxiety in the moment differently. There's some that work for everyone, so we'll talk about those. Like I said before, recognize that not all nervousness is visible. Again, we can't see your belly churning. We can't see your heart racing. We don't know you're scrunching up your toes. So please be aware of that. You're controlling that from within you. So don't expect perfection. If you were perfect, you just would not be here. So that's what this is. This is a 100 level public speaking class. You will learn. You will see what works for you. You will see what does not work for you. I will give you guidelines. Your creation comes in. You choose what to put into those guidelines. So, this is your creation, and just don't be hard on yourself. You're a student of learning, and that's what you're here to do, is just become a better public speaker, more confident public speaker. So also keep in mind your critical thinking skills. So we're going to learn to do research. We'll learn to look for credible sources. And when you put all of that thought and time and effort, and you know this information, you put that into your presentation, that requires a lot. You've done a lot, and you know it. And you'll be thinking that way. You will have comprised this creation and it's yours. So you understand how it flows. After much practice, you'll understand the flow and be comfortable with it because you've done everything you need to do. And then finally, as I said, always, always, always is practice, practice, practice. It will help you. It will help your confidence and overall just give a great presentation.